Did you see the Daniel Jones Anthony Richardson play?
No.
Long story short, there's a fucking clip going live of uh, them both stepping back and doing the same drill at the same time, and fucking Daniel Jones throws and it hits the fucking receiver in the hands, and the receiver drops it, like he just drops a wide open pass. And then Anthony Richardson throws his pass and misses by like 7 yards. Like he just completely airmails it. It was like the biggest disaster fucking thing.
No, that's just on brand. That's just on brand with Daniel Jones.
Oh, dude.
He throws a good pass, but the wide receiver drops it. It's par for the course.
I need to find it. Like I need to see if I can find it so you can send it so you can. So you can put it in.
He's had the exact same situation in Duke and in New York. He could throw good balls, it's just nobody could catch him.
That's why I like. So I have a soft spot for Daniel Jones just because he's at Duke, but like I've also had a soft spot for him because it's not like. So Justin Fields was on the Bears, and the Bears sucked, but he also wasn't very good. And then he went to the Steelers and was he was better, but not very good regardless, right? Daniel Jones never got his Steelers moment. He never got to go somewhere else in a better situation. He was on the fucking Giants with no weapons his whole career in a disaster situation.
You think he was kind of hoping for
the proper
for Sam
fucking
Darnold to get hurt at Minnesota?
Yeah, he didn't have the proper fucking training and help that he needed. Same thing with it's like Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold left and got better. Well, Daniel Jones could leave and get better, right? But we'll see.
Green 18! Green 19!
Fournette, the running back. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brady to throw. Throws a deep pass downfield. Got Scotty Miller in the open. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Rodgers fires quickly. End zone is caught for the touchdown by Allen Lazard. First and goal for the 5. Brady. Evans. Did he catch it? Yes, sir. Touchdown. Rodgers spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete.
3rd and 1. Rodgers play action. Look to the end zone. Rainbow Jordy Nelson. He's got it. Touchdown.
Mahomes looking under pressure. Throws the ball upfield. It is knocked away at the 50-yard line. Intercepted. Picked off a deflection.
Alright, but enough about our
Anyway.
enough about our bullshit with our past lives as
Enough about
terrible
us being
football
losers.
players.
What's up, everybody? It is Draz and SDS here with another episode of Battle of the Vape podcast. We are here for episode 41, and we're going to do a couple things. News, as always, and we're going to rate offensive lines for this coming up season. Because we've been rating stuff, and it's pretty interesting, at least for us to do. It's fun, at least, anyway. It's fun to make.
As soon as you started off, my schizophrenic ass dog started barking at something that's not there.
I didn't hear it, so maybe we're good. He's seeing ghosts, man. He's seeing the ghost Sam Darnold's we're seeing last year.
If those are the ghosts we're seeing, I swear to God.
Anyway, so we have offensive linemen to rank, and we're not going to rank individual offensive linemen.
Yeah, no, that would be horrific. But we're
going to do individual teams, and it's going to be a little bit speculative because it's not going to be solely based on last year. I have a little stat sheet that I sent SDS that kind of tells some of the story of last year, but it's not the eye test. You can kind of tell certain teams passed the eye test last year.
You know how accurate and trustworthy it is? He got it from Reddit.
Okay, well, Reddit got it from an actual statistics sheet. So I found the one from the actual statistics website, but the statistics website, for whatever reason, the image is super blurry. Somehow the person from Reddit made it less blurry. I don't know, but it's the same image. don't know. But take it with a grain of salt. Regardless, it's all speculative on how we think it's going to be this year.
Yeah, definitely.
For example, the Bears sucked last year. Their statistics are going to suck. They made like 4 offensive lineman changes this year. We got to at least speculate if it's improved or not.
Just have Caleb Williams get sacked over 40 times as it goes at least in the go at max 7 and 10.
Hey, I saw one guy have all 3 of the winning season teams last year in the NFC North. He had the Vikings go. He had the Vikings go 9-8. The Lions go 9-8. The Packers go 9-8, and the Bears go 11-5. And this was an actual analyst on TV.
What is it? Andrew
He
Silver?
was on TV. I don't know who it was, but
Bald guy
I
with a
saw
beard?
it the other day, and I was like, "What?" I'd have to find it, because I looked at it and I was like, "Yeah, sounds about right for a delusional Bears fan," and then just continued on with my day.
Well, what else is new?
All right, so on my screen, LA's first for whatever reason.
And
It's not in
it's for me. We're the same.
not in alphabetical order, not in any particular order.
All right, get your Rams dick sucking out of the way.
All right. Well, the Rams, their offensive line isn't as good as their entire roster, but they're pretty decent. They were pretty decent. They weren't amazing, but they're like in the middle. They're somewhere in the middle. And consulting the archives from last year, it looks like that is, at least from offensive line block win rate, they're right in the middle. Like, they're right in the middle. From rankings, that is. But I don't think they made any additions this year.
To my knowledge, they didn't.
They signed a whole bunch of wide receivers.
Mm-hmm. They're taking the Bengals approach. No offensive line, all receiver.
They signed Wyatt Bowles and David Quessenberry and Ben Dooley. Offensive lineman. I guess backup offensive lineman is what they did.
Maybe. Either way,
But,
I don't remember all too much from the Rams really last year.
Let me look at Quinnen Williams. Or is it Williams? It's Williams. Is his name Quinnen?
Jonah Williams?
Kyron Williams.
Oh.
They actually have been able to run the football with Kyron Williams pretty well as well.
Oh, you were talking about the running back that you're trying to name a lineman on their team.
You know, I'm gonna put them in the C tier.
That's about where I would.
And they're
place
going
them.
to be they're going to be the top of C tier, and like the standard, because I see C tier as the middle, right? I see C tier as the middle. A and B are above, or B and A are above, and D and F are below, right? Mm-hmm. And S tier is just you're the best of all the A's, in my opinion, right?
I mean,
so
yeah.
That being said, the LA Rams, they're kind of, I'm going to say they're directly in the middle. They're going to be the direct, like, middle of the road team. And I'm going to judge every team based off of whether they're better or worse. Maybe not every team based off the Rams, but, you know. You get what I'm saying. That C tier is somewhere in the middle.
I gotcha. But, let's see. Browns. The only one I can name on that line is Teller, I think. If he's still there. Either way,
it's
the Browns'
hard to
offensive
judge
line,
the Browns.
Okay, Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, Ethan Pollock, Jack Conklin, and DeJuan Jones. Joel Bitonio and Wyatt Teller, they're decent at what they do.
All right, their overall ranking was 22nd on this stat sheet.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. How much of that was because of Deshaun Cosby?
They had horrible quarterback. Yeah, Cleveland.
And I will say, Joel Bitonio is still one of the best guards in football.
He is. He is. Legitimately, that offensive line has good pieces. Dude, this one's hard because, like I said, the Rams the Rams have like a middle of the road thing, but the Browns actually have good pieces on the offensive line. They just have worse everything around them. Like everything is, especially in the quarterback position. If the quarterback holds the ball too long and gets sacked, that's not the offensive lineman's fault.
Yeah.
I'm going to rate them in C as well, and not be too harsh on the good old Browns. But I can't put them in B tier.
Like again, I'll put dang above or below the Rams. That's what I'm debating right now. I'm gonna do below the Rams just to make my life a little bit easier.
Kyron Williams had a better season than the running game for the Browns, I think. So
yeah, no,
that's what I'm going to judge off of.
I wish Nick Chubb had a resurgence.
We can hope. We can hope he comes back.
Not on the Texans though.
Oh my God, the Atlanta Falcons are next.
Okay, God, you know their offensive line is good. It's just that Kirk Cousins was a fucking idiot. Or, he was an idiot unless he was playing against my team, which I still don't understand. But Caleb McGarry, one of the more underappreciated tackles in the league, along with, I almost said Tyler Lindenbaum. That's not it. Dang.
They are.
I know they got a star guard there. It's a Brown situation.
I could. We also could look at PF, because their PF, the whole offensive line's PF grade.
Well, what can you get the Prince Lindstrom? There we go. That's his name. That's who else.
Cleveland had a C minus 71 grade on PF last year, or 24. By the way,
we're not going purely off of rankings and stats. We're also going off.
I'm just bringing up the Rams had a B minus. Okay. So we kind of were right there. All right. Falcons had a B minus as well.
All right.
And they have one of the best. They have one of the best interior offensive linemen in the league.
Yeah, no. Prince Lindstrom, he's an All-Pro. Caleb McGarry, one of the more underappreciated right tackles in the league.
I'm gonna put him in high B tier.
Yeah, no. I'll put him in B tier. Like, you can't really deny Chris Lindstrom.
Yeah, he's exceptional. This next one.
I think I found my first A tier.
They have one of the best young players in the entire league. Just hands down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to even I can't even remember who else is on that line. But I knew they just bullied people last year.
Joel Alt, they took trying to think because they took another tackle a couple of years ago. Can't think of his name.
Rashawn Slater is on that line.
Thank you.
But they had injuries this last year, so their ranking's not as good.
Yeah, but they would bully you, and the run game was going astoundingly well.
Yeah, their
like going past stats, they passed the eye test with colors.
Yes. Their statistics, and I think it's more injury based. They ranked 22nd in sack rate, and they ranked 27th in rush rate. But if you looked last year, they could run the ball. Like, they could run the ball. When their offensive line was healthy, they could run. So I'm going to put them in B tier.
Mm-hmm.
And that's being conservative. I'm going to put I'm just saying conservatively B tier. But I think that they could be S tier this year if healthy. Just throwing that out there.
All right.
And who did they sign at running back? Didn't they sign someone at running back?
No, they drafted American. Oh yeah, they signed Najee Harris, who we've not heard.
Najee Harris and American.
We have not heard from we have not heard from him since the fireworks accident. Is he still
Oh,
alive?
we actually did. We actually did. He said that he's going to be good by the beginning of the season because it's superficial.
No, we haven't seen anything about him. We haven't even seen him at training camp. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he hasn't been. He's. I saw reports saying
is
that
he
was
dead?
fine. He's not dead. Oh boy.
But San Fran, what the fuck do we do with San Fran?
San Fran. I looked at the next one. It's San Fran. Where the fuck? Okay, they're ranked 15 on the PF grade, PFSN offensive line grade, 15th.
Like any team with Trent Williams on it is automatically going to get a bump. It's going to get a bump up to C.
Yeah.
It's just how far up can it go?
He was still second in win rate on offensive line in the league. By the way, He was still second at his age. But yeah, you see, like there's these people are putting in context as well that like they have a very bad pressure rate. But they also said that their quarterbacks, aka what's his name, Brock Purdy, holds the ball for over 3 seconds on average, which is
well, I mean, he's going through his
highest
reads. He's not a rusher.
Yeah, he's a your standard pocket passer. You know what? I'm gonna put them top of B. Because of Trent Williams. Until he shows me,
I can't put them top of B. I'm going to put them maybe top of C. Because I'm going to be honest, the 40.
I'll put them below the Falcons. Falcons.
I can't do Trent Williams. Yeah, great. He's a great left tackle. I wish the Bucs traded for him when he first wanted out of Washington. But at the same time, they've already had a couple of pieces go that made the offensive line good. I think their other tackle or guard, whatever it was, went to Denver a couple years ago. And he's now on their team.
I can already tell you Denver is going to be Denver's offensive line. They are something to behold.
All right, Carolina, D.
Oh my God, Carolina. Yeah, I'm not going to think too hard about it. Carolina. It was better than it was before, but being better than trash is not exactly it's not exactly a glowing record.
Raid.
Yeah.
All right, Seahawks. This is also another C tier for me. What?
Wait a minute. I'm just looking at the PF grade real quick. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Let me see the okay. I thought for a second that the Panthers were rated high. I was like, wait, that was like how? They're 19th. They're 19th.
Yeah.
They rate them C-, and we're rating them D, which I think is fair. Seahawks. The Seahawks have a trash offensive line. Am I crazy about that?
I mean, they did get Greg Zabel in the draft, but I'm on the opinion that if it wasn't for Geno being at least somewhat mobile, they would have had a lot more sacks.
That fucking table I sent you ranks them 31st out of 32nd in offensive lines. I was right. They were trash. Okay.
But I'm seeing a trend for NFC West teams.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the NFC West as far as the offensive line.
Bottom of C tier for me for the Seahawks.
They got an F grade on PF. They got an F grade. Okay, Seattle. Gotta love it, Seattle. I'm actually gonna put them in F. I think I'm gonna agree because they've had. I mean, think about all the way back to when Russell Wilson was still there. So they've had an offensive line that's trash for years. I had Seahawks fans, like I know Seahawks fans, and I've known them for like 6 or 7 years.
Well, so
and the number one thing they talk about is their offensive line being trash. It's like every offseason they're like, we need to fix our offensive line.
I mean, so do me and Joy. John.
But yeah, I'm putting them in F tier. Where'd you put them?
Putting him bottom of C.
Bottom of C. Whoa, okay.
Like they're better than they let on, but yeah, it could be a lot better. Like they're not like
We'll see.
They're not.
Dude,
they're
it
not.
could-
They're not.
oh.
They're. We'll get to them later, but they're not Patriots bottom of the league trash.
Okay, yeah, they're not Patriots bad, but like
And
they're bad for me.
And line for line, I'd rather take Carolina's. I would rather take the Seahawks offensive line over Carolina's.
They have younger players, so yeah, I would say yeah. I would say there's a higher room for improvement on the Seahawks offensive line than there is on the Panthers.
Indeed.
Which leads us to Buffalo, which I'm going to tell you right now is going to be my first A.
I mean, a no-name offensive line, but they got great players on it.
They're just solid.
I'll put them above. I'll put them above the Chargers.
Maybe I'll put them in B tier. I don't want to be like too crazy with 8.
I'll look real quick.
Their PF grade is an A-, ranked for 4th in the league.
Yeah, Deion Dawkins.
Sack rate of only 2.6%, but they had Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna put them top of B. They will be the tippy top of B, because I think that Josh Allen helps them a lot.
Sports Illustrated was actually shocked of how good about how PFF ranked the Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they I know they're good, but I don't think they're great, and Josh Allen makes them look way better. Like it makes them.
You know what? I'll agree. I'll put them below the Falcons then. That actually sounds a lot more. All right. Well, your area of expertise.
I'm actually going to put my Green Bay Packers offensive line, because for years we've had a shit offensive line, and we have news about our offensive line actually this week. I'm actually going to put our offensive line in the bottom of A, because they were good last year, and I think they're going to be better this year.
All right. I'm not going to put them in A, but I will put them top of B.
Top of B. That's fair. I say top of B, bottom of A, and I'm going to be a little bit high on them because I'm a Packers fan.
Okay. Saints. The only notable player is Cesar Ruiz, and I think he's getting up there in age. Probably worse than... I think I actually found my first F.
Just out of curiosity, I just want to see their PF. I know it's bad. Like, I know they have to be bad on the PF, but I want to know how bad it is.
How bad can it be?
They're better than the Bengals? What?
That's not saying much. That's not saying much.
D plus. Okay, so D plus.
But no, I think
29th in the last 4 weeks of the 24th.
I think we found our first F. Ryan Ramczyk is gone. Tyler Penning was terrible. Cesar Ruiz is getting up there in age. I don't even know who they're... Well, Taluisi Fuaga, he's still developing. That line is a mess from top to bottom. That team is a mess from top to bottom.
Pro Football Network basically said that they are actually surprised that statistically they weren't worse than they actually were. Because they were an injury-prone, bad offensive line is what their entire grade of the Saints were. Okay.
You don't say.
And I also have them going 0-15 and 1 or something like that this year.
0-16 and 1.
0-16 and 1. I'm going to put them
the imperfect and perfect season.
I'm going to put them in F tier. I got to. We have more F tiers than D tiers right now, but that's going to change.
All right. Raiders. Damn. This is another no-name offensive line that you just know didn't do much.
They are only ranked on PF one spot higher than the Saints.
Yeah, I'm just going to put them in D tier and live with it. Like, there's not much you can say about the Raiders' offensive line.
they are just mild.
I mean, I like Jackson Powers Johnson, but after he just gave the Chiefs a win last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna. He's the only person I know on that offensive line, to be honest.
And it's only because of the fuck up.
And it's only because he fucked up. Oh my god! I just looked at the next team.
He's actually a decent center, but I would not take him over.
No,
Carolina's line.
I wouldn't either. Oh my god! And then we have the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, how
My
much
legs
of
just
Zach?
like, holy shit! Out of nowhere.
How much of Zach Martin retiring is going to influence our ranking?
A lot. They're D tier. I'll put them in the top of D tier. Trey Smith. They just re-signed Trey Smith.
And they got two other linemen named Tyler Guyton, who was actually decent last year, and their new guy. I don't remember his last name, but his name is also Tyler.
Okay, so they've used a first-round pick. That's something that they got Tyler Booker this year,
Thank you.
last year they also drafted a first-round offensive lineman. I can't remember who.
Tyler Guyton.
But they drafted O-line. Tyler Guyton. You're right. So maybe I put them in C. Maybe I put them in the bottom of C.
I think currently 3 out of the 5 linemen they got are named Tyler.
And we know at least 2 of them are under the age of 24.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'll put them in the bottom of C tier.
Yeah,
I will
Zach
say
Martin
they have
retiring does nothing to help them.
With Zach Martin, I would put them in the top of B tier simply because it's the Trent Williams effect. He was that good. He's that guy. And I can't even be biased against the Cowboys because I hate the Cowboys. Zach Martin's just that guy. If Trent Williams and Zach Martin were on the same team, on the same side of the ball, no one would ever get sacked on that offensive line.
I mean, if we're building the perfect offensive line, right tackle, Tristan Wirfs, right guard, Joel
Agreed.
Patonio, left guard, Zach Martin, left tackle, Trent Williams. I would have no idea who I would put at center, though.
Oh, God. Who would be? Who's the highest rated center? Let me just look highest rated center last year.
Honestly, my mind's going Mitch Morse just because I know who.
Most of the people that I think of are retired.
Tyler Linderbaum, that's a good option.
Creed Humphrey was widely considered the highest rated center.
Oh yeah, Creed Humphrey. Yeah, no, I like him.
He's on the Chiefs. Frank Ragnow, didn't he retire?
Yes.
And then Tyler Linderbaum. Okay, so you were close. You were close.
I was close.
Those 3 are in the list. I would say Frank Ragnow was the best, but he just retired. So then I'll say Creed Humphrey at center.
Okay.
So
well, tangent out of the way.
Change it out of the way. We got the Bears. The Bears.
All these offseason additions just to go 7-10.
You know what?
But I can't be too mean. I gotta be. I can't do it with the additions they made. They go bottom of B tier for me. If Caleb Williams does not work out with this offensive line, then they have a problem.
I put them over the Cowboys in C tier. That was me being generous. Dude, they gotta show me something, dude. They gotta show me something first. Their offensive line has been terrible for so long. I will say, if I was a Bears fan, I would love what they did in the offseason. So
they did the last couple of years and look how it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, geez.
All right. Indy.
Indy has some good offensive linemen, don't they? They're ranked 16.
Is Quentin Williams still around? I think that's his name anyways. Nope. Quentin Williams is somebody completely different.
Interesting. Their run game is better than their pass blocking. I know that because they have
Quentin Nelson.
They're
there
really
we go.
Good.
Quentin Nelson. He's a good offensive lineman, for what I know.
I think they're just quietly a decent offensive line, but it's hard to tell because
Yeah, no, he was a second team All Pro last year, and he's been to the Pro Bowl in every year since he came to the league. So yeah, I'd say he's pretty good.
should I put them in the top above LA in C tier, or should I put them in the bottom of B tier? That's the question.
Indy?
Indy, yeah. Because they're a top 10 running unit in the league.
I'm actually gonna put him. Dang, because the only person I can actually name on that team is fucking whatever his name was. I just said I can't remember it now. This is what 5 hours sleep looks like, people.
Yeah. I'm going to put him in the bottom B tier. You know what, Colts fans? You get a bone thrown at you. Anthony Richardson was your quarterback last year.
I'll actually put him above. I'll put him above the Bears in B tier. Actually,
I'll give you guys a chance this year.
all right, Miami,
And
top of D.
F tier.
Actually, no, you're right. Actually,
F tier.
bottom of D.
They're trash.
Bottom of D. Their offensive line was horrible, and that's not even looking. That's without looking at the stats. They shedded so much and they did so little.
They looked better than they actually were.
Like, I'm sorry, but you guys got Tua concussed again.
Yeah.
But
They
no,
got
bottom
a D minus ranking.
But
Fine, I'll put them in the bottom of D tier.
right.
am so I've said over and over again, like I don't think there's a team that I would rather not be. Say I was the owner of a team, I would not want to be the owner of the Dolphins the most. Like I think that they're going nowhere.
That's obvious. All right, Patriots, bottom
Speaking
of
of going nowhere. Do I put them above Seattle or below Seattle? They got to be below Seattle, right?
They're bottom of F for me. Like, from what I know, they really didn't do anything.
PF rated them below the Patriots? No, they didn't. They didn't.
To my knowledge, New England didn't really do anything to upgrade the offensive line besides draft Will Johnson, or not Will Johnson, Will Campbell. That's the only thing they did to upgrade it, and it's still pretty awful. So they're bottom of that for me, and I'm not changing my mind.
They were 12th in time to throw, but 29th in sack rate and 31st in pressure rate.
How does that make any sense?
So they got the ball out quick in the top half of the teams, but they still were in the bottom fucking 5 for every stat in pass rush.
It make sense. How does that work?
They signed Morgan Moses from the Jets last year.
That'll also help, but still, it's bottom of F. It's bottom of F for me. Show me that they got it better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's another team.
Dang.
This would have been S tier before Frank Ragnow.
S tier, Frank. They're still going to be top of A for me, but S.
They're going to be
They're still going to be
biased aside.
Penei
They're over Green Bay.
Penei Sewell, amazing. Let's see. I know they had a pretty good guard. I'm trying to remember his name. I can't, but either way, he was good. That offensive line as a unit, definitely one of the best ones in the league. Top of A, even if without Frank Ragnow, I think they'll be okay.
Penei Sewell would be. He's kind of in an unfortunate situation in my eyes because he would be one of the greatest young offensive linemen, if not the greatest offensive lineman of all time. Like he has the chance to be one of the best offensive linemen to ever do it. But he's playing in the same time as Joe Alt and Tristan Wirfs, who are the same age or younger and are already looking just as good, if not better than him. And I say Tristan Wirfs is better than Penei Sewell.
As you should.
And Joe Alt
only so many people could go from
Joe Alt was on Penei Sewell's level in the
only
first
so
year.
many people only so many people could go from right tackle to left tackle without skipping a beat.
And that's not even saying that Penei. I would kill to have Penei Sewell on my team. I'm not even saying that he's bad. I'm he's an S+ tier offensive lineman. I'm not saying we just are in at the time where offensive linemen there are some crazy offensive linemen in the league right now. Really good ones. But yeah, they're the top of A. I can't put them in S tier because Ragnow being gone.
Well, we got another easy ranking here. Bengals, bottom
F.
of D. Like,
I gotta put them in F.
Like-
Top of F.
like, give the Bengals some credit. They tried multiple times to get pieces. Those pieces just fell apart as soon as the Bengals touched them. Like, Alex Kappa was once a respectable guard, and then poof, he sucked.
Okay. You say that, but they were ranked 32nd in pass block win rate and 30th in run block win rate. But they were 15th in pressure rate.
Like, I'm just saying, like, they have talent. It's just that talent goes away as soon as they don that color. Like, we know they try to add to it, and we know they try to improve the offensive line. It's just it never works. It's infuriating.
I gotta put them in F tier. I can't. The Bengals are so trash everywhere other than wide receiver and quarterback.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll agree with that. Above New England.
They are definitely above New England.
I think we got another D tier offensive line though. I'll put them.
Yeah.
Well, Titans above Carolina. Like, Cam Ward, say a prayer before you go out every week.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them above the Dolphins in D tier. I can't even name a single person on that offensive line, to be honest.
Well, consider that a good thing, really.
Maybe my where are they ranked though? Like, they were ranked 21st. Okay,
so bottom half.
Oh yeah, Peter. Okay, I know Peter Skoronski.
Oh, Peter Skoronski didn't he get kicked into right guard?
I think so. I think they switched him around.
Yeah, and they also drafted J.C. Latham in the last draft. Thing is, I don't like J.C. Latham. I thought Olu Fushanu was a better tackle than him. And I don't know if I'm being proven right or wrong, or if they both suck. Either way.
All right. Yeah, they're your typical D tier.
Eagles.
And we have our first S tier.
No question about it.
Yep.
Even with Jason Kelsey retiring, they managed to still keep their level of play. And that's what I hope the Lions do as well.
Impressive is all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to talk. Let's move on. Let's just move on.
All right, Jags.
To another Shat.
God.
A Shat team. Shardy Shat.
All right. I'm going to put them above the Raiders in D tier.
Yeah, they're everything statistically wise is also D. They're like 20th something in like everything.
Like, you want to talk about like an overall terrible team, it is the Jags.
With almost no hope besides maybe new coach.
At least last year with the Titans, they might have gotten the first overall pick, but at least their defense was pretty decent for most of the year. And they had an actual quarterback. Yeah. And they have an actual quarterback now.
I mean, I really I both love and hate what they did this year in the draft. Like, I love and hate it. Because they got like a flashy player for Trevor Lawrence, but like that's the whole reason they did it, is just to get a flashy player. And that they think is a once in a lifetime generational talent. If it works out, it looks great. But if he doesn't,
look at the lessons of Charles Woodson. He was a two-way player coming out of college. He eventually had to settle on one position, and he chose corner. He became Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he could, regardless of like whether he works out as a two-way player, he could still be a Hall of Fame player as a one-way, like as a normal player. So, like, if he doesn't end up being a two-way player, I'm not going to hold that against him.
If he has to choose one, it better be wide receiver, because let's be honest, he had a mediocre season as far as quarters concerned in college.
He had a great wide receiver season.
He had a fantastic wide receiver season. He accounted for about half of Shedeur Sanders' overall stats.
All right, well, we're going to have another S tier.
It's the Mike Evans effect. Yeah, I can't even lie. Like,
PFF has them rated at 99.5.
Bo Nix might be terrible, but that offensive line makes anybody look good.
They had a 4% sack rate and a 28% pressure rate.
I want to say the offensive line being that talented was before Sean Payton walked into the building. I think.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad with Russell Wilson. Dude, this stat. I'm gonna read this stat for you. Their pressure rate, 28.3%, and a sack rate of 4%, were excellent across the board, despite Knicks averaging the 5th highest time to throw, 3.03 seconds. So they had those great stats.
With Knicks holding onto the ball.
With Knicks holding onto the ball for... Yeah. Dude. Knicks' first year might have been entirely due to that offensive line, bro. Yeah, everything it seems like they're just a D-tier team.
Yeah, no.
The thing is they have Thomas out there, but I think he had a down year.
No, Andrew Thomas was hurt.
Was he hurt most of the year? Is that what?
Yeah. But either way, I'll put him above Jacksonville, below Carolina.
Yeah, they have more hope than Jacksonville, for sure. I'm going to put them above the Raiders, too. So they'll be below Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings. Ooh. The Vikings fell apart without their best offensive lineman. They fell apart. But that might be due to the quarterback as well. So we'll see, because he's going to go to Seattle. So yeah, Christian Darrisaw is great, but they were bad. They were bad under pressure. But they were 12th best in run. I'm going to put them in B tier? Low B?
I mean...
Because they also took a first-round draft pick offensive lineman.
I
would put them in the very bottom of B tier. Below the
Vikings,
Colts.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with it.
There's not too much to say other than
Cardinals,
if Darrisaw gets
FC.
hurt, they're fucked. The Cardinals had a surprisingly good offensive line.
I'm still putting them bottom of C.
Let's see. They had a 11th pressure rate and a 18th sack rate. And they have Jonah Williams too, by the way.
That's true.
I'm not gonna put him in B tier. I'm not gonna be crazy enough to put him in B tier, but I'm gonna put him in the top of C tier. They have now surpassed LA, best offensive line in the AFC West, I think. No, the San Fran has it. San Fran has it at B tier.
Mm-hmm. All right, Baltimore.
Ravens.
I think I found another S tier. I want to say.
I have more teams in S tier than A tier right now.
All right, I'll put the Ravens above the Chargers in A tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Ravens in the. They had such a good offensive line. I'm gonna put them in S tier. I can't not. They had such a good offensive line. I can't even lie. They're ranked 2 in PF. Yeah.
All right. Then we get to these fuckers. All right. Talk about the good first. Creed Humphrey,
best center in the league.
Best center in the league. But probably the worst tackles in the league.
With one of the worst Super Bowl performances, 2 of the worst Super Bowl performances that I've ever seen.
And Jawan Taylor getting away with false starts every fucking snap.
Oh God, I hate Jawan Taylor. There's no one I hate. They're going in D tier simply because of Jawan Taylor. They'll be
top of D.
Top of D simply because of Jawan Taylor. Fuck you, Jawan Taylor. You fucking false starting.
You think last year was bad? Whenever Donovan Smith went to the Chiefs, it just bugged me. He got away with so many holes that he would not have gotten away with if he was on any other team.
Yeah, so I will be 100% honest that D tier is fucking biased. It's the one, I will say 100% it's biased. but
Yeah, I don't care.
they're not going above C tier even on their best day. They're not a B tier until they fix their tackles. They're C tier or D tier, but I'm putting them in D tier because I hate Jawan Taylor.
All right, Bucks. Okay.
A tier, top of A tier, baby.
I mean, one of the best tackle duos in the league, one of the better centers in the league. It's just when you get to the guard positions, it's a little bit iffy. Like Brent Bredesen,
A little bit iffy at guard.
Ben Bredesen,
Didn't you guys draft?
Ben Bredesen, we did extend, and damn it, how am I blanking on his name? He's on my own freaking team. This is
Their
stupid.
pressure rate was the lowest in the NFL. They were ranked first in pressure rating. Whether they're facing blitz or whether they were facing the
Cody
blitz or
Mock,
not.
that's his freaking name. Why was I? But Cody Mock at the right guard spot. That's like the only weakness we got.
Dude, you guys were 5th and 6th, respectively, in pass block win rate and run block win rate. I knew you guys were good, but I didn't know you guys were that good this year.
But no, I'll put him above.
I'm gonna put him above.
I'm gonna put him above
I'm
the
gonna put him
Chargers
above the
in A.
Lions, dude.
You can't do that. I'm sorry.
Ragnow is fucking gone. You guys have the same offensive line you had last year, which was 5th and 6th in every fucking metric. So putting them as the 4th highest team offensive line because the Lions lost a player that was a perennial Pro Bowler. That's fair. That's fair. They would be 5th. They would be below the Lions if Ragnow was still there. But because Ragnow's gone, they fall to 5th. And Buccaneers are in 4th.
All right, Jets. But where in D tier do I stick them? Like, because
Yeah, they're in D tier.
Just where do I put them?
I'm gonna put them. Okay, the question is below Jacksonville or above Jacksonville.
For me,
that
it's
is what
above
I'm
New
really
York or
struggling
below
with.
New York.
I'm gonna say below New York because they have Thomas. Thomas healthy is better.
That's true. The
Like,
Jets literally have nobody. And what they did have retired last year. Or retired this year.
I'm gonna put them below Jacksonville. I'm gonna put them below. Yeah. It's hard for me not to feel like a little bit like they kind of fucked my boy Rodgers last year. They were terrible. And their run game was so worse than it was before. I thought that they were at least going to be able to run play action.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Okay, PF has them ranked below. They have them ranked below 26th D. Okay, so they have them way ranked below the.
We got a lot of D tier offensive lines, don't we?
I think it's average though.
I'm going to extend the tier list a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to read this for you on this article from Pro Football Network. The running back just averaged just 0.78 YBC. I don't know what that is, which is 23rd, with a running back win rate that is actually worse, 29th. Intriguingly, Tyron Smith ended the year with the best run blocking win rate of any tackle before his injury, demonstrating just how bad the rest of the line must have been to finish toward the bottom of the leaderboard. So their hurt player, Tyron Smith, who didn't he retire?
Yeah.
Midway through the year?
Not midway. He retired.
Midway. Yeah,
he retired
he was
this
out.
offseason, though.
Yeah, he had a better rating than every offensive lineman on there.
Freaking 40 years old.
Holy. Okay, well, yeah, all right. They are going to go below Tennessee in D tier. Not below the Dolphins, mind you. Just above the Dolphins.
Okay, Steelers. They're in C tier for me. And I'll put them...
Did they get anybody? Because they're rated rough.
Yeah, no, they're rated C tier for me. It's just where do I stick them in C tier?
I think they're
Actually,
another... I think they're actually...
No, like, with Tomlin, you know they're going to be doing something, at least. Like,
Okay,
no matter what they got.
Here, let me read this stat for you, though. And it might change your mind a little bit. They had a 38.6 pressure rate, which is 29th in the NFL, but they only had the 9th longest time to throw. And they were 28th in yards per carry. So they're a below average run group and a below average pressure group. I think they're in D tier. I think we have another D tier. But
No,
the question
I
is
can't-
again, where do I put them in D tier? Because D tier,
Okay,
D tier is
I won't put them
hot.
In,
the competition is hot.
I won't put them in D tier. I'll put them bottom of C, below the Cardinals, if that's the case.
God, I gotta bump.
They
I gotta
still
get
had
pumped
they
Kansas
still
City
had
in the
not
C tier.
because they still had Najee Harris rush for 1,000 yards. That still says something about your offensive line.
Their unwillingness to what was his yards per carry?
I don't know.
It was. I'm actually like.
Actually,
gonna look
please
at his-
check.
I gotta. If it's like 3.3, 4. Okay,
All right,
he
so
had
only a yard
barely
under.
4.
Only a yard under. That's fine. That just means you get in
Dude,
3 downs instead of
it's
4
like-
or 2.
The last three seasons for Najee Harris, 1,043, 1,035, 1,034. It's like they barely got to 1,000. They were like, "All right, we're good. We can stop." And they averaged 4 yards a carry, 4.1, and 3.8. His whole year, his whole career, he's averaged 3.9 yards a carry. Holy shit! All right, yeah, they are painfully mediocre. I'm bumping Kansas City to C tier
Yeah.
just because I have so many people in D tier right now.
By the way, speaking of painfully mediocre, we got the commies.
The Commanders actually are rated insanely high on PFF, by the way.
Like Nick Allen-Grenny, he did great coming in. But the thing is, like, dang, like how much of their stats were saved because of names are hard for me today for whatever reason.
Daniels.
Why? How
They
much
got
of it was
Laramie
because of Daniels?
Tunsil though,
And I don't know how much of a brag
and they
that is.
just drafted Josh Connerly Jr. in the first round,
Yeah, that's also
and they have Cosmo or whatever his name is, Sam Cosme, I think.
Bill Cosby.
right guard.
Bill Cosby.
Okay, I can't put them in A tier because they're not A tier.
I'll put him in.
But if I'm putting the Vikings in B tier, I'm gonna put them in the bottom of B tier as well, above the Vikings.
You know what? I'll agree.
Because I do think they have more pieces than the Vikings. I think the Vikings' offensive line is better with Darashaw, but without Darashaw, they fall off a cliff. So I think the Commanders can handle injuries better. So I'm going to put them one spot above the Vikings.
All right, and now probably the worst offensive line.
F tier. And now bottom of F tier. Wipe my hands with it. And that's
CJ
it.
Stroud is
don't
going to
even
get killed, and I'm going to have a shit-eating grin on my face as he sucks.
He also had a unbelievable time to throw last year, which doesn't. When you have the worst offensive line and one of the highest times to throw in the league, that is a fucking recipe for disaster. His career might have
I'm telling you,
he's going to be in some trouble this year.
No, I'm
He's gonna
telling
be
you,
in some
it's the
trouble.
he's going to have a Sam Bradford arc. That's how his career is going to go. Look great his rookie season, then do nothing for the rest of his career.
Okay, then he goes to the Vikings and looks way better because Sam Bradford was really good on the Vikings, dude.
Yeah,
Though
then
the
he went to
Vikings
Arizona,
somehow
and
make
completely-
quarterbacks look decent.
Then he went to Arizona, then completely fell off the face of the earth.
What's with the Vikings? If Sam Darnold falls off a cliff at Seattle this year, what's with the Vikings with getting the most of shit quarterbacks?
One hit wonders.
Man,
Did it with Sam Bradford and Case
I can't
Keenum.
even. I was gonna say with Case Keenum, I can't even hate the Vikings.
Just your friendly.
I don't
just
even
again,
know.
your friendly reminder that with 1 year with Case Keenum, they had more playoff wins than with any of the years with Kirk Cousins. That says a lot.
Dude, legitimately, man, the Vikings win way too much with bad quarterbacks. It's crazy. The Bears suck. They have some of the worst quarterbacks ever, and they can't win ever. The Vikings have bad quarterbacks and win despite of it. Honestly,
fair,
shout out to the
be
Vikings.
fair,
Dude.
the Bears did get to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman of all QBs.
Wasn't that in the '85 era?
No,
though,
that
where
was
they
in
had,
that was during Manning's first Super Bowl, or first Super Bowl win. Peyton Manning.
By the way, Pro Football Network and PFF has the Texans with a 55.6 F rating on the Texans, which is actually way better than the New England Patriots. But the New England Patriots drafted Will Campbell, and the Texans lost their best offensive lineman. They lost Laramie Tunsil, and he was bad last year too.
Okay, well, here's my rankings. Draz's rankings will be right there. And with all that being said, it is now time for the news. All right. Well, starting off, we got a little bit of Packers news, so Draz, take it away.
All right, we got ahead of the market a little bit, which I think is smart, and we signed Zach Tom, who has been a top 8 offensive lineman or offensive tackle in the league at least for the last 2 seasons. I think it's Zach Tom, right? That we re-signed.
Yeah, 2 first names.
And we signed him to a 4-year, $88 million extension.
I mean, he graded well.
He's been legitimately good. He had also a 30 million signing bonus. I actually really like it. Like he deserves some money. He has been silently incredibly good at tackle. Like he's like I said, I don't think I could put him top 5 because there's just so many good tackles out there, but he's been top 10 consistently. And so $88 million, that's worth it. That's worth it for me.
Yeah, last season he finished 3rd in all-pro voting among right tackles behind Penei Sewell and Lane Johnson. So if there was a third team all-pro, he would have made it.
Legitimately great season he had. And so locking him up when we did, say 2-3 years from now, we're going to have to pay him way more. So we locked him up for 4 extra years, $88 million with a $30 million signing bonus.
Oh
I'm
my
happy
God!
with it. I'm happy with it.
There's more Packers news.
There's more Packers news. What did we do?
Nathaniel Hackett rejoins the Packers.
For what? Defensive analyst? What is he analyzing? Yeah, this looks like my defense, so yeah, it's gonna be bad.
He's managing his timeout and clock He's managing timeouts and clock. Good luck.
What is it like? Is it like helping give coordinator Jeff Hafley a fresh perspective? What? How to suck at being a coach? Like. We talk about a downgrade. We went from Robert Saleh to Nathaniel Hackett. What? They're like, Robert Saleh did a great job. You know what the solution to that is? Let's replace him with Nathaniel Hackett. Job. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, God.
Welcome to hell, Green Bay. All right. Anyway.
All
right. Well, now we got news for you.
All right. Well, moving on. The Bucs have The Bucs have placed Tristan Wirfs and Chris Godwin on the PUP list. Wirfs is not surprising. He's supposed to miss the first couple of games of the year. I thought Chris Godwin would have been good to go by now. I honestly thought he would have.
I'm glad that they're being extra cautious with him, though.
And now all of a sudden, picking a wide receiver in the first round isn't looking so bad. But at the same time, my team's still infected with Ohio State scumbags.
One.
Hey, it always starts with one. It always starts with one. Just look at the Texans. They start with the one.
They reached for him too. That's the thing.
I know. Don't get me started. But it always starts with one. Look at the Texans. They draft one, then they get another 2, with the tight end, and I think they got like another pick this year. It always starts. That's how.
Imagine if the
That's how
number gets over
infestation.
10.
That's how Ohio State infestation starts. Look at the Texans. Look at the Saints. Then again, with the Saints, Mickey Loomis has a fetish for those people. But I don't know.
Yeah, like it's a bed bug infection.
Exactly. That's all Ohio State is on the NFL. It's a bed bug infection that we need to fumigate.
All right.
But I'm moving on. We got a couple of retirements.
Well, one of them's funny, and the other one is just kind of note. Mike Williams retired, which is not the funny one. He just it was
weird,
time.
What's
time.
weird is that I think in the rankings I did with Joy, I think I had Mike Williams top of D tier. And I think she went the same route.
He was a great receiver in his time, so like I'm not even trying to hate on him, but he was trash the last season.
The thing is, he resigned on a 1-year deal, and then immediately retired as soon as training camp started.
I respect people like just realizing I can't do this anymore. So I respect it.
That's fair. Like, didn't he tear his ACL anyways? Like, he had a pretty bad knee injury.
Yeah, he I think he was doing an injury.
All right,
or doing something with injury.
But
the funny one is somehow 33-year-old Tyrann Mathieu being the best player on the Saints is no longer a thing.
You might actually go 0-16-1 now.
Tyrann Mathieu has announced his retirement from the Saints, and it clears up some cap space for him. But to
be fair,
that's
the people who have been retiring have actually been helping by making sure that they're not on the books. But at the same time, this is also kind of bailing Mickey Loomis out of being a terrible GM.
Can anything go worse for the Saints? And this season hasn't even started, man.
Yes, they could somehow lose their first round pick. If the NFL thinks they're blatantly tanking, they can lose their first round pick.
I don't think the thing is I can't even say they're blatantly tanking. They just their roster is terrible. I think they're going to be legitimately they're going to try to win and go 0-16-1. I think that's them going to be trying this year.
Led by the QB room of Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler, and
it could be. Remember the 0-16 Lions season where their quarterback ran out of the back of the end zone? They were trying to win.
Don't remind Joy. She still has
they were trying to win games that season. Yeah,
and I think
they could not win it.
That game, when Dan Orlovsky did do that, that was actually the closest they came to winning a game that entire year.
Yeah. And it's I think that the Saints could have that bad of a season. It could be that bad. Maybe not, but their coach, it looks like a perfect storm, dude. It looks like the perfect storm, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
I will love
that
watching
train wreck.
I will love watching that happen and watch Mickey Loomis waste the first round pick somehow.
I wouldn't be surprised if they bully even the Panthers just bully down the Saints this year. They don't have a single close game in their division. It's crazy.
I mean, if we lose,
Spencer Rattler could be the starter for 16 games.
if we even split against the Saints this year, I will be sad because that's a team we're not. The way this team is looking, this is a team that you should not lose to.
It would be a failure of a season if you guys do. To be honest.
No, a failure of the season.
I would basically be just give up.
A failure of the season would be getting swept by the fuckers. Whew, excuse me.
All right. Next, we got to move on.
Yeah.
Next.
All right. The Raiders signed Jamal Adams, reuniting him with Pete Carroll. But how much is that actually going to help?
I mean, I'm sure they didn't pay too much for him, but
Mr. Best in the nation still has less career interceptions than Vince Wilfork.
85 career games, he has 4 interceptions. All right, I'm just going to not comment. No comment.
There's backup linebackers with more interceptions than him.
Dude, I just saw the next headline. I just pulled up the next headline, and this is fucking insane. This is...
Yeah, according to Ben Johnson, he wants Caleb Williams to complete 70% of his passes. Who does he think he's going to be? Baker Mayfield?
I'm gonna say check down King, baby. Check down King. He's gonna have to check down every pass if he wants to hit 70%.
If you're playing the check down game with DeAndre Swift, that's not going to work.
He's gonna have to play like Kirko Chains, baby, and drop that shit down on 4th down.
On a 4th and 5, he checks it down to his tight end to lose the game.
Wasn't it a 4th and 15 that he checked it down like a 5-yard pass or something?
No, it was a 4th and. Believe me, I remember. It's a 4th and 5. It was a 4th and 5. Or 4 and 8.
Okay.
It was a 4th and 8.
Okay, Ben Johnson. He's got to get over 65%.
All right.
First.
And I don't know why. Oh, yeah. I'll say I don't know why it's on Colts training camp, but apparently the Colts are going with Richardson. They're saying he still has time.
I can't wait to see a quarterback throw for 57% completion percentage next year. That's going to be fun to watch.
All right.
I am going to be so excited to watch the Colts next year. Throw for 57% completion percentage. 5 interceptions and 0 touchdowns.
All right, and this is the last bit of news. Just breaking. Hulkmania is done. As of today, we have lost Hulk Hogan.
Oh. I thought you were talking about a football thing.
No.
I was like, what the hell is... No, okay. We lost Ozzy and Hulk Hogan in the same
week. Yeah, no, I'm... Like, the thing
2 days ago.
The thing is, I'm not a big guy on Black Sabbath, but I love metal. I'm not big on wrestling, but I liked Hulk Hogan. I'm sad.
I'm not a wrestling fan either, but, like, he's a legend. It's like same thing with The Undertaker. If you don't like The Undertaker, like, what are you doing with your life? Like, The Undertaker is legitimately, like, a chill dude, and he's a chill human being, but he's also like a legend in his craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's never.
Either way, the thing I saw is that he had a cardiac arrest event, and that was following, and that was him, and that was after he got hospitalized for something.
Yeah, he was 71. I didn't realize he was.
He's 71, but he was still jacked.
He looked great for 71.
I know.
But, he has more hair than I do at 71. All right.
Damn.
not to make light of Hulk Hogan dying.
But no.
That's a compliment, Hulk.
It's a compliment, Hulk. Say hi to Dang. It's another guy I like. Well, not another guy I like, but it's another guy I know who was in WWE that died. What was his name? Well, I'll think of it later, but either way, say hi to him for us. The Blue Blazer.
The only thing I thought of was not okay for
If you were going to say Chris Benoit, I was going to slap you.
That's exactly the first thing that came to my mind.
Hulk Hogan's not going down, thankfully.
That was the only person that I could think of. I was like, I know he's not thinking of this person, but like, that's the only person I could think of. Was it the guy who fell off the wire?
Yeah, that's who I'm trying to think of.
Why do I think his last name's? Why can't I know who you're talking about now. I know who you're talking about. It took me a second. But he was also like a really nice person as well.
Owen Hart. That's his name, Owen Hart.
Oh, Owen Hart. I wasn't even thinking about him either.
Well, that's who I was trying to refer to.
Yeah. Who's I thinking of?
Now I want to know, who were you thinking of? This is what happens. We don't know nothing about wrestling, but we know a few guys. That's it.
I like The Undertaker, and that's it.
I like John Cena before he became a meme. until I moved to Oklahoma, I wanted to go to a WWE event just to see John Cena wrestle. And probably the most torn up I was about a TV show was watching. I don't know. It was a Cena loss where he completely got fucked by the script writers.
Dude, I pretty much, like I said, the only person I like is The Undertaker. Because I know he's like a chill dude in real life, and like, I mean, he's got aura. Man's got aura.
You may rest in peace. I can't do the eye roll by myself. I have to do the eyelid thing. But sorry that we're ending on a bit of low note. But that's what happens with the news. Sometimes it kicks you in the ass at the very end of it.
That be true.
But hey, another week can pass by and we might get something that's even funnier than Justin Fields stubbing his toe and everybody freaking out about it.
Oh yeah. Side note on news: Justin Fields has a hurt toe, and everybody is having a meltdown and saying they should trade for Kirk Cousins.
Anyways,
which I mean, Kirk Cousins, even washed Kirk Cousins might be better than Justin Fields. But wait, that's a
conversation for another day.
Anyway, if you like this episode, what were you gonna say?
I'm gonna do one more thing. Hold on, Hall of Fame game. July 31st. We are literally a week away from a preseason game. Actually, we're actually going to be able to talk about some normal football, even though it's glorified scrimmage. We're so close.
What are you doing? When is that happening?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
We are literally we record on Thursday.
I need to get a fantasy thing going.
Invite me. But
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't have enough people. We need to get Joy and a couple other people to do a fantasy league.
To be fair, Joy plays fantasy normally. Well, I'll try and convince her.
I do fantasy by myself, and I need to at least do that because that's something I could do at work when I'm on break. I can figure out who I'm starting and sitting.
Okay. Anyways, now you can outro. We're literally a week away from actual NFL football.
Yeah, we are a week away from NFL football. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment. And this has been episode 41 of Battle of the Bay podcast. I'm Draz. This is SDS, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for doing what you do.
And we will see you guys.
And thank you to Joy for editing.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace, guys.